But I mean, isn't it right? The woman's G-spot's not that deep in there, yeah?
Yeah, but I wouldn't know. I haven't found it yet. Have you done ayahuasca?
No, not yet.
I did that one.
What?
That was crazy.
You did ayahuasca?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh my God. 6 months goes by, her family loves you, everything about her is perfect. And after 6 months, you find out she has Would you continue dating her? Alrighty, everybody, welcome to Outspoken. Today I'm joined by a very special guest and one of the most beautiful human beings on the planet, Mr. Harry Jowsey. Welcome, brother. Absolutely lovely to have him here. He's out here in Australia. Haven't been back for quite a while, have you, mate?
No, 3 years, bro.
3 years. Your family happy to see you?
Nah, I'm not even, I'm not seeing them.
Business comes first.
Yeah, no, I saw my sister. She just squirted out a kid. So I saw her, saw the little rugrat, and then my mum and my rest of my family's getting angry because I'm not visiting them. I'm like, bro, I'm here for work.
You got a journey to do.
Yeah, like if
you got
guys
shit to
see
do.
Me, like you can come to America.
100%. Just get them to come out. Have they come out to America?
My mum did, yeah.
That's good.
For a couple of days. It was fucking crazy. She's a nutcase.
Fuck yeah. My mum's pretty nuts as well. She's also very hot.
Yeah.
You should meet her.
Your mum's hot?
She's a little bit hot. She's all right. So picture me a little bit older looking with a wig and not as much like manly structures in my face.
Oh, I'd fuck her for sure.
100%. And I'd allow that.
Yeah.
Sorry, mum. If you're upset watching this, don't fucking watch it. That's all I'll say.
Hey, come on. She needs a good time, wherever mum is.
All right, I want to get started with a kind of little quick background. So I had a few questions. There's some very good fan questions. Basically, like, where did you grow up in here in Australia and stuff like that? Because we obviously didn't know each other or anything like that.
Yeah.
And you've lived in Australia your whole life until the show, yeah?
Yeah, so I grew up in Yeppoon in central Queensland, which is up past Brisbane.
Yep.
I was a little shit bag, and I got kicked out of school in Australia and went to go to school in New Zealand.
Oh, shit.
And then, just fucking was jumping around, went to Europe, and then found myself, and then just went to university, realized it was fucking boring, and then ended up on reality TV.
There you go. And you've been living in America for 3 years.
Yeah, bro. So I finished filming Too Hot to Handle, and then right away I went back to New Zealand. I told my best friend, I was like, this isn't going to work being out here. Like, I can't see ourselves growing. So we sold all our shit, and then we moved to America, and then they said the show was going to be out in like 6 months, and it didn't come out for like a year. So we were just like fucking around trying to figure it out while we were in America, and then it was good to go. But I think the funniest thing about Australians and New Zealanders is they think that America is like so far away, but it's one flight.
Not too hard to get there. The UK is twice as far.
Yeah, UK sucks, and everyone goes there. Everyone goes there. It's like the weather sucks. Everyone's angry. People get shanked.
See, I lived in the UK for a year and a half. When I turned 18, I flew out there just to try live somewhere new. And I didn't hate it. I hated the weather. You're right about the weather.
Yeah.
I liked how much they loved it. All they do is drink.
Yeah.
I would drink 5 nights a week. I was just working in pubs, clubs, traveling to Europe, being in backpackers and stuff, and I loved living there. But yeah, I think living there your whole life would get a bit shit.
I think the coolest thing about it though is you can just get on one flight and be in like a different climate.
100%.
Like you'd be like, Barcelona and at the beach, or go to the Swiss Alps.
That's exactly right. It's like a 1 hour flight to anywhere in Europe almost.
It's fucking crazy.
It's crazy though, the whole like, what's the word, like the view on like America, it's far away. It's not. It's like one flight, especially from New Zealand. I think it's even closer.
Yeah, people stress out. People get like, all my friends like, oh, I can't come. Like it's so far. Even Americans, they're like, oh, it's got to be like 24 hours of flying. I was like, bro, one flight, you have a Valium, you wake up, you're in a different
that's exactly what we did. The first time we went there, we both ate a Valium as soon as we sat on the plane, because we were in the back in economy in many years ago, and we just popped the Valium as soon as we got on there and just woke up. The chick's like, hey, we're about to land. Like, beautiful.
Yeah, bro, it's perfect.
Did you live in America before going on the show, or you went on the show and then you went out there?
Yeah, so I obviously traveled there a few times because I did a show beforehand and I won that, and I used the money to fly all the boys, which is the dumbest financial decision I've ever done. Fly all the boys to America to then like have a crazy week in LA, and then just ended up losing all that money from that show because I got scammed at a nightclub and shit. But I was like, you know what? It's fucking, America was sick. So I was just like, I'm going to live here one day, and then just come back after the show and just said, I'm going to figure it out.
Beautiful. Yeah, I think the thing is with America is like there's so much more opportunity out there, and there's a lot going on. There's a lot of people with similar mindsets to the people trying to do something a bit out of the ordinary, whether it's reality TV, social media, acting, dancing, singing, all that stuff.
Yeah, bro. I think like fucking, there's obviously shit in Australia that's like, it depends on the industry, right? But I think for the entertainment industry, there's just like all there's way more business happening there, and it's just way bigger. Yeah,
100%. I think also though, if you're not in the right, like if you're there trying to make it kind of thing, it can be very hard because it's so expensive. I feel like living out there, is pricey. Like
Yeah.
when I was there a few years ago, because I lived there that whole year when COVID started, when everyone, we were all training. You were training at Dan's house at the same time when I was.
Yeah, I remember walking past you.
Yeah, I don't think we even knew each other then, but even living out there, every morning I'd go to Brekkie, me and Maddie, like I'd spend like $150, $200 Australian on like our breakfasts and a juice. And I'm like, fuck, imagine like living here and not being able to actually earn good money. It'd be hard work.
It's really, really crazy. Even in like New York and shit, you're just like, what the fuck am I? Bro, I'd get sick, and I think I've just gone to LA, but where every time I get sick, I just order a bunch of juice, and it's like $200 or $300 US.
Oh, dude.
Of juice, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? I could just go get like a cold and flu tablet.
Yeah, literally.
But it's so expensive.
That's an expensive place to live. I didn't get over to New York. I went to like Miami, Vegas, and a few other parts of California, but New York's like the only place left that I still really want to see.
Yeah.
But New York looks good though.
It's I think it's really cool because there's just so much shit happening and people are so fucking busy. But then again, like it is so expensive. Like when I come back here, bro, I was trying to pay for everything. I was like, bro, this bill isn't enough. I'm like, yo.
You come back and you're like, fuck, this is cheap.
Bro, literally, we went to dinner and my sister's husband was just like, oh, I don't know about the Wagyu. I was like, bro, I'll get two.
Yeah.
I just want to like, just get the numbers up because this is stressing me out.
That's like me, bro. I came back from America and like after I was lucky enough to make a bit of money and I'm very grateful for that. I come back, I'm like, I'm going to spend $100,000 on a party. I want to throw a fuck off big party. And I did it. And I was like, me years ago, I wouldn't have even spent like a few $1,000s on a party. You know what I mean? And
yeah, everyone bring their own goon bag.
Yeah, bro. And people were like shocked, like, whoa, you're spending crazy money. And I'm not like mega rich. Like I got enough, but like spent $100K on a party a few times. It's like, fuck it. You just kind of, you like stop focusing on how much you're spending. You just want to keep making money, you know? I think that's what's important. I also wanted to talk about the whole YouTube boxing sort of stuff.
Yes.
Are you gonna fight, do you reckon?
I had an opportunity to do it and I signed a contract, but it didn't go through. But because it was on that Social Gloves thing, so
which one's the Social Gloves?
The one, also McBroom's shit
where
show.
everyone got fucked over, yeah.
Yeah, bro. So I'm glad that didn't go through.
Mate, you would have been out of pocket for that one.
Yeah, would have got clipped bad. But I think it's, to be honest, I think it's kind of corny now because everyone is just.
I agree, bro. I definitely agree.
Yeah, bro. Look, hats off to Jake and Logan, and I think they really paved the way. Like I think they took it serious enough to like have enough respect for it and to take it serious. And
look at the caliber of their opponents.
Right, they're doing really, really well. Yeah. I think the only time it's funny you asked me that. I said this today to one of my friends. I was like, the only time I think I want to fight is I want to call out like a big Australian, like Liam Hemsworth, Chris Hemsworth, Hugh Jackman.
That'd be cool.
But not for the fight. I want to like break a record on like the most amount of
views, everything.
No. Like the most amount of money raised for like a mental health charity.
Oh, I love that.
So do it for like Australians and shit or something. Because I'm like, what have I really done for Australia? Nothing. If I can have an opportunity where I can, number one, get someone else who's like super notable, and those guys bang. Like I've seen videos of them like fighting. They're crazy.
The athletes.
Yeah, bro. And they're sourced up. They're huge. So I'm like, it would be number one. I don't care if I get absolutely dropped.
If it's for a good cause, it's for a good cause.
Exactly. I get all my good karma points. That. Yeah, go to heaven. So it'd be fine.
I like that a lot. I think as well with the whole mental health thing here in Australia, I think there's a big stigma around that, you know, like especially for men, you know, not to get on the sexist subject, but I think there's a big stigma around like it's weak for men to speak out, seek help, and men should hide their emotions and all these things. And, you know, the suicide rates here in Australia are through the roof, and they have been for quite some time. Yeah. And a large majority of it is men. And I think stuff like that, there's always so much that people like ourselves who do have a bit of an influence in the world to be able to make a bit of a difference, help some people out there. Because there's a lot of people suffering in silence who feel like if they talk about it, they're going to get judged or get looked at differently. So
yeah, it's also really difficult because like I feel like there's no, I don't know, like I wouldn't, if coming back to Australia, I wouldn't know one phone number to call if I needed help.
Yeah.
You know, and I think maybe there's there's ways that people can get those resources in front of people, or just know like, bro, no one's too cool. Like I think Paddy the Baddy had a really good speech after that fight where he's just like, I'd rather get a phone call from a friend than to hear like
than go to the funeral.
Yeah, bro. So
100%.
Anyway, yes, fuck it.
And with like I like how you said it is a little bit corny now. I feel like people are just doing it for the sake of doing it. And that's like me. It's like, I do want to do a boxing match, but I want to be on a card where there's a lot of pro fights, or even if it's just amateur fights. I don't want to be stuck like down in a card where it's like 10 fights of just guys that have never had a fight, don't know how to train, don't take it seriously.
Yeah, bro, because they're not fun to watch.
Throwing little things on each other in the build up and the petty bullshit. Like I want to like treat it seriously, turn up, train hard as fuck, leave it all out there. If I get KO'd, whatever. If I get a KO, amazing.
Yeah.
I want to be involved in a really like good credential card that it's like, well, this is a legitimate event. It's done right. And like you said, bro, even donate money to charities, raise awareness for mental health, do those things. Because I've been training a lot and I definitely want to do a boxing match, but I definitely think it's a bit corny, like the social gloves thing. And so much of it goes wrong. There's too much ego on the one card.
Bro, and I think the shit is like, they don't like the press conferences and shit aren't funny to watch.
It's
like,
just a bit cringy, man.
Yeah,
they're hard to watch.
Like the Jake, like when he's like calling people out and he has like actual shit on them, you're like, oh, this is fucking fun.
Yeah, he goes dark.
But then like other people were just like, wait, what the fuck are you saying? Like it's embarrassing.
It's forced, I think. It's not natural. It's more forced than it is natural. It's like, for me, it's like I can't really think of many people I have genuine beef with to the point where I'd want to physically hurt them.
Yeah.
And if there was, then great. Then it will be a natural, real reaction for me. I will call them out. I will try to take their soul. I'll embarrass them. I'll look up. I'll find every bit of dirt I can. But for me to really hate someone that much, it would take a lot. And that's why I'm not rushing into doing anything. You know, I just wait for the right time. Whereas people like Jake, Logan, and that, Logan hasn't really had serious beef. I mean, him and KSI had a lot of beef, but they're boys now.
I really hope he fights Dylan Dennis. I really hope
he smashes Dylan Dennis.
I hope that happens because they actually don't like each other.
No, I don't think anyone likes Dylan Dennis.
Bro,
he's good at trolling. He's good at doing what he does. He's playing it like an act.
Bro, here's the thing. I've hung out with him a bunch of times. He's always been a sweetheart to me, but I just think it's so fucking corny the amount of shit he talks and he doesn't fight.
Well, that's it. He's had 2 fights in Bellator. His first fight, he won with a toe lock, and then his second fight, I don't think I saw the second fight. I know he won.
He won with a
fights.
toe lock? How does that happen?
He literally grabbed. I think he went for like a leg lock. He took someone down pretty quickly. He's a high level grappler. There's no way I can take any credit from that. He's a freak at like jiu-jitsu, one of the best in the world, most likely.
Yeah.
He took the guy down pretty quickly. He wouldn't be standing with people. He'd get fucking flattened, you know?
Bro, yeah, I just, for the amount of shit he talks, I'm like, I just really need, someone needs to check him or he needs to just prove himself.
It's a bit like, it's not the same anywhere near, but I mean, even with McGregor over the last 5 years has lost a lot of fans and a lot of respect because all he's done is sat on Twitter, you know, on the sideline.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of McGregor and I always have been, but I'll admit the last 3 or 4, even 5 years, it's like, I haven't followed him off my new Instagram account. I don't really care what he's doing. If he fights, I'll tune in and I'll watch. But he's always on the sideline just commenting and talking about every fight rather than actually getting in there and proving himself again. And
it's pretty hard to want to jump back in there when you have made as much money as he has.
If I had like half a bill or whatever that guy's got, there's no way I'm going to get punched.
Yeah, I would just shut the fuck up.
Me and Kristen went to his last fight where he snapped his leg and I was like, that would do it for me. It's like, unless you're like a genuine freak and that's your passion and you just want to do it for the fun, then cool, respect. But bro, with like $500 million in the bank, a few kids, a missus, you know, yachts, houses.
What's the point?
What's the point? You're just taking years off your life when you could be there and for your family and enjoy it. So
he's got to be juiced up though. That's why.
He has packed on some size.
He has to be juiced up. There's no way he's that angry.
I think since his surgery or his injury, I think he's definitely got to be. He's got to be running, bro. He's like a fucking middleweight.
He's huge.
You look at him now compared to what he used to look like when he started at middleweight. He's like walking around 50 pounds.
And he's in off season. Like
bro,
he's
crazy.
Just huge.
I don't think he gets back down to lightweight. I don't think he'll make 155 pounds.
Oh yeah, bro. Fuck.
And the problem is at welterweight, I don't think he beats anyone in the top. Do you watch the UFC on the weekend?
Bro, I missed it. There's a time difference. I was like, I saw, bro, that fucking upset.
The head kick?
Oh,
mate.
Bro.
Someone put 40 grand on it they were talking about and he won 160,000 back from that bet. And I was like, that's a risky bet. But I was telling my friends in the build, I was like, don't sleep on Edwards. His only loss was to Usman like 7 or 8 years ago. It was his first fight in the UFC. And
What?
Yeah, he hasn't lost since he lost to Usman like 8 years ago. He's legitimate, dude. Like he's a legit fighter. I was like, oh, you got stunned by Nate in the 5th round. I'm like, he was beating Nate to a pulp for 4.5 rounds and he got a little bit slack and caught, but he didn't get stopped. So.
Yeah. Bro, I have so much respect for those guys to be able to get in and bang.
Crazy, bro. Like, have you been doing much training, like boxing wise and stuff?
Just, bro, here and there, nothing like serious, just for fitness. I was gonna box when I was here, but I just, but the fitness, it's just the discipline is so much fun. Like, I really enjoy it, but I think
challenging.
Oh, bro, and you get so diced, bro.
Oh, bro, you get in shape real quick. 2-3 weeks of boxing and you're shredded.
Yeah, you're a demon.
Good. I get a bit bored of doing weight training, so it's nice to mix it up with more functional stuff and boxing. And
I want to look athletic instead of
it's like I think that whole big bodybuilder sort of veined up, juiced up looks a bit old school now. It's like each to their own. If people enjoy doing it, good for them and all the power to them. But I like the more athletic.
Bro, I honestly think, and I'm probably going to get in trouble for this, I think bodybuilding, the competition going stage, I think that shit is so fucking cringe.
Bro, it's
like so cringe.
Think about it like in reality. You've got like 10 to 20 monstrous dudes in thongs with fake tan, tensing them fucking cheeks up this far from each other to see who has the bigger muscles. I agree. I definitely agree.
Yeah, bro, like I know, they look great. They look good. But like, let's fucking have a running race.
Put him in a boxing ring.
Yeah, me and you go against a fucking polar bear. Let's see who survives the longest.
A lot of them would have a heart attack, I think, in a boxing fight. Because they wouldn't be able to run 100 meters.
It's so cringe.
Like I said, each to their own. But that's not my thing. I loved like getting massive when I was younger. I would abuse all sorts of juice and gear when I was like 18. And it was the most stupidest shit I did. Fucked me up. But I mean, like, it's just a body image thing. And I mean, people can make money and do it, but it's just... For me, like the risk versus reward's not worth it. Like you're going to risk like all your natural hormones, your mental state. Like you're going to break out in acne, be an angry cunt. Like for what? Just to have some big muscles. It's like, it's not going to help you in a fight. I mean, it could if you get a hold of somebody maybe, but.
And then you're going to get ED as well when you come off and
your dick's going to be shed. My dick's already tiny. I can't afford any more penis problems.
There's cock filler you can get.
Say less.
That gets a bigger. But apparently I was talking to Sandra about it.
Oh, yeah, Dr. Chris, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yo, you guys do cock filler? I want to get this thing a little bit thicker. and they said after a few months it builds up down the bottom, so you kind of just have a chode. And I was like, fuck, this thing can't get uglier.
I don't even like know what to call mine. It's like when it's cold, bro, it's like that. When it's warm, it's like that. It's
no, I've seen the videos. You got a good cock of you.
You know what the thing is? It looks nice. It's a very pretty dick.
Yeah.
It's very clean. There's not a flaw with it other than the size. But in saying that, I've made many girls squirt. I've had a lot of girls come back for more, and I haven't really had any complaints. The only girls that'll talk shit are like those real thotty ones that just want a fucking arm in them.
But it's just not practical.
No.
Bro, if I had an 8 or 9, anything above 8 inch, bro, anything above 7.5, if I had that, I'd chop off.
Exactly right. I'd probably get rid of it too.
It's not functional. You're going to hurt someone. No one's enjoying it. You're not going to have sex every single day. Like it's not practical.
Big dicks hurt chicks.
Yeah.
And we say no to that.
Get rid of the cocks.
Big dicks hurt chicks.
Yeah.
6 inches and under. Only coming from a small penis. But I mean, isn't it right? The woman's G-spot's not that deep in there, yeah?
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I haven't found it yet.
Still searching that.
Yeah, I got no. Clint, I've had hints, but the G spot's a different one.
I just change my strokes up and just rub the outside. I just experiment until it looks like they're happy. Then I just stick with that until the job's done.
Yeah, I just come and start crying.
That happens as well to me.
Yeah,
10 seconds in. Oh my god, this never happens.
Yeah,
but it happens.
I usually gaslight them. Like, yeah, if that wasn't so fucking nice, I wouldn't have come.
It's your fault for having a good pussy.
Yeah, no, literally. I'm like, they're not usually that tight. Yeah.
Speaking about sex and women and all these things, I'm not going to ask too much crazy shit because now you're tied up in a relationship now, which I think there's going to be a lot of jealous women in the world over this. But that's just me speaking. Are you on good terms with Jake?
Who?
With Jake Paul? Because
oh no, he doesn't like me.
That's what I was thinking. Because I know you and Logan are good friends and stuff.
I love Logan.
Logan's awesome. See, I get along with both of them and stuff. And Logan follows me and we've chatted and stuff. Went on his podcast and me and Jake have hung out before in the past. But
yeah. You guys trained a bit in Miami, didn't you know?
Yeah, we did do a little session together in Miami like quite a while ago. But I do remember seeing, when I was first talking to you and being friends with you, I remember seeing you were with Julia, then you were with Tanner, is that how you say it? Tanner Mojo, and then Julia, then Tanner's like, this dude's out here. He's like, he's causing chaos in LA.
So me and Tanner were just purely like friends. Like then nothing ever happened with that. But the Julia situation was just like, how was you gonna
cap? Question mark?
No, it was legit.
Strictly friends.
Strictly friends. Like
I respect that.
She would talk to me. Like I'd meet her boyfriends. I would come over her house and dudes that she's like fucking and shit. It was purely just like that. But the Julia thing was just like one of those things that kind of just like shined really bright, really quick, and then like fizzled out.
One of those things. Fun.
Yeah, and it was a bit of fun, and I kind of feel like good luck Chuck because now they seem pretty happy. So I was like,
you're blessing these people with happiness.
Yeah, because I guess she realized that, like, shit, this is really bad. I miss my ex.
Maybe that's what happens to me. Maybe that's why every girl I've dated is just so much happier now that they're not with me.
Yeah, because they're like, this is the worst of the worst. Anything but above this, anything different than this is going to be better.
That's a really good outlook. I like that. So if anything, Jake should probably be thanking you.
He should be. He should relax.
You've done a good thing.
Yeah, he should stop trying to fucking, I don't know. he just doesn't like me. I spoke to Logan recently and I was like, does he want to get a nice warm dinner and just like.
A nice warm one?
Yeah, and just sit down and like squash it. And he's like, oh no, he doesn't like you.
Well, that's the thing, bro. I feel like with us Aussies, we got a very laid back sense of humor and it's just like whatever, you know, whereas I think Americans, not all of them, are just speaking about some, you know, they've got a whole different persona and ego and outlook on things where it's like, oh God, he'd look at someone like you, a big, tall, handsome dude, chicks love you, you're doing what you're doing, and
Yeah.
no, I never want to be friends with this guy now.
Bro, I don't, because we met before any of this stuff, and he was like, oh, bro, you're a funny dude. And then, and everything was like sweet. And I fucking love Logan. So I was like, oh, this could be fun. Like these guys are nice. And then I guess, yeah, I think the thing is in LA, guys all have like ego problems.
100%.
And they're always worried about like, oh, this dude or that dude. Cause I guess there's too many backstabbers and shit like that. And I'm like, I don't really care, bro. There's more than fucking 7 billion people in the world. I'm not going to trip over one person.
Facts. But I only lived there for a year or so, and I've been there a lot of short trips. You've been living there a while now, and that's one of the first things I noticed is like a lot of like the ego in LA. It's like you feel like you're kind of constantly in a bit of a competition with people, and I've never felt like that before. It's like out there after a while, you're like, fuck, you're like, I have to be doing this, or I'm not doing enough, and I feel like it's hard to find a lot of genuine people out there. But
I think when obviously Australia's very laid back and like we're very relaxed about things. I think when you're in America, especially being a young kid that like grows up with like fame, followers, and money, you kind of like everyone like gravitates to you and is like, you're the man, you're the man, you're the man all the time. And then as you get older and there's people with more money, people with more fame, and then your friends like gravitate towards them. You kind of, I think everyone just gets like massively like insecure and like people try and fuck each other's girlfriends and whatever else. 100%. And I think people just like get worried and it builds into this like big fucking like insecure monster that's like threatened by anything that comes near. Where I think Australia and New Zealand is just like, who really gives a fuck?
It's like fuck it. If my chick fucks off with someone else, cool. I don't like them, but fucking move on, whatever.
Yeah, it's got
onwards and upwards, 100%. Yeah, I definitely agree with something like that. That was one thing that I struggled out there, was to find a lot of people with really good senses of humor out there. But there is a lot of beautiful people. I'm not going to just trash LA. Like there is a lot of great people. There's good and bad people everywhere you go.
Yeah.
But I found that in the time I spent out there, I actually enjoyed spending time there during COVID because it was so quiet.
Oh,
like,
bro, so nice.
I would drive from Woodland Hills to Dan's gym in Bel Air like every day, and normally that's a 45-minute drive from there, but every day's like 20 minutes.
Are you close to Dan? He's such a good dude, bro.
Not like close. He follows me and I've chatted to him and stuff like that, but I really like him and respect what he's done. And
yeah, bro.
Yeah, he's a good dude, man, from what I've seen. And sent me a copy of his book, stuff like that.
Did you read it? It's a good book.
I'm halfway through.
It's a good book.
Very good book. I'm only halfway through. I really like the pictures.
Yeah, oh, bro.
I'm one of those guys. Picture book.
Did you see, bro? Did you get to the bit where there's a screenshot of the wire of $10 million?
No.
I won a poker game and so one of his boys wired him $10 million.
Oh my God.
Fucking crazy, bro. Yeah, it got me fired up reading that book because I was like, oh shit, like this dude just doesn't really give a fuck and he's just gonna tell everyone all this shit. Like this is the amount of steroids he did, blah 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 blah. Like all the way through to everything. Like I gave this guy drugs, like fucking talk about coke nights and whatever else. I'm like, damn, like this guy doesn't give a fuck. And then, bro, I don't know. I just got fired up after reading that.
Well, that's one thing I think he doesn't get a lot of credit for. And I think a lot of people that hate on it are just obviously jealous people, or they're just people who have like their old school morals. Oh, it's weird. He hangs out with all these girls. But he is a bit of an open book, and he has talked about a lot of shit, you know, like he's just what you see is what you get. And he talks about a lot of things in the book from what I read. And even on podcasts, when he's gone on there, he's been very upfront, and people are just very quick to look at him and just judge for things rather than be like, oh, at least he's an honest upfront person. He's doing this, doing that. So yeah, I do like him, man.
Because I think that's the most interesting thing is that there's in the celebrity world, there's a lot of people that have so many secrets.
Oh yeah.
And then you meet someone like him and he just doesn't care. And he's like, cool, I'm going to tell people all my shit. Like, what have I got to hide? Like,
I think that's what separates specific celebrities from others. It's like some are just like, fuck it, I'm a real raw person. Like, it's almost like they're not a celebrity, but they are famous. You know, it's like they're just a normal down to earth person with some fucking wild stories and they'll talk about it. Whereas a lot of the ones you got to watch are the ones that look innocent. Like he looks like the bad guy villain, like hanging out with birds or chicks, flying around in private jets, just. You went to Dubai and just have half-naked girls smoking vapes, doing crazy shit. And I was like, oh, you can't do that in Dubai. I'm like, we just did. But then you got these people who portray this perfect, like, oh, I'm an innocent angel, like to their social media, to the world and stuff. But they're the ones
doing coke on the weekends.
100%. They're the ones that are doing the fucked up shit for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. There's a lot of people like that in LA as well. They're just like, they have this perfect persona, and then you see them in the club on ketamine and just getting finger fucked. Just like, sat in the corners, and then they'll be the next morning. They'll be fucking showing their kale salads and judging people who take drugs. Yeah, literally. Like, oh no, I would never smoke a cigarette. Like, fuck off.
Next minute they're at the club on Ket.
Yeah,
Ket's very popular in LA, isn't it?
It's a big one.
I tried it for the first time when I was out there. I tried ketamine.
You like it?
I loved it, dude. I loved it. I didn't make a habit of it. And I really enjoyed it. The first time I tried it was at Maddie's place, and I was actually on mushrooms at the time. So I've heard
that's a good combo.
I've heard if you take either ketamine or maybe it's the wrong other way around, but if you take them together, it enhances like, man, I was seeing some shit.
Really?
It was a full out of body experience. I sat in like this jumping castle, just looking at the nighttime as like a grid, and I saw some crazy shit. Like,
that's cool.
I wouldn't encourage it to people who are scared of those things, but
yeah,
I felt amazing. And even coming weeks after it, I just felt so clear headed and happy and motivated. I didn't feel like I was like, ugh. Like I just felt really good after it all. And
yeah, ketamine's a funny one. They're doing a lot of they're opening like fucking little facilities to help like ketamine like with people's PTSD and whatnot.
Dude, I can get into a story. Should I tell him? I did a guided ketamine trip with a psychologist and a doctor in America.
Wow.
Not far from where Dr. Chris is. No, not Dr. Chris. That's the chiropractor I saw. Fuck. Anyway, Sherman Oaks. I did a guided ketamine trip for 2 hours. It felt like 6.
Wow.
Sat in a chair with an eye mask on, noise cancelling headphones, playing like that healing, like Reiki sort of music. And it goes through an IV.
Yes, I've heard this. Yes.
Theo Von's done it. Me and him spoke about it together when we were in the Uber to UFC. Theo Von has done the same thing. He did 6 treatments and I only did 2. And I was like, I don't think I can keep doing it, bro. It was intense. Like,
so what happened?
So they start with a small dose and they put it through like the infusion and you're in there and stuff. And after about 5-10 minutes, you start kind of, I felt upside down nearly the whole time. The first one, it felt like 6 hours. I couldn't move. It's the first time I've experimented or taken any drug or anything like that where I couldn't control what was happening. I was stuck. But I just had to embrace it. If you freak out on it, you're just going to have a panic attack.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it. It is what it is, bro. I watched myself die. I was in a body bag. All my family and friends were around me in the hospital room and I was in a bag, right? And when it zipped up and went pitch black, I was like being born out of a fucking ground, like as a root out of a tree.
Jesus Christ.
I saw faces I didn't even remember that they existed from my childhood. I was just...
Like your uncle?
Yeah, my Uncle Terry. But dude, it was intense, and after it, I had to get picked up. And I remember Maddie came and picked me up, and I was like mashed potato for the rest of the day, bro. And I was just like, what just happened?
Wait, what was the goal with doing that?
So it is
some shit.
And like you said, it heals, can help people with PTSD, depression, anxiety. All these
It sounded like it did the opposite. It made you depressed and anxious.
I felt weird on it, but then after it, I feel like it really opened up my brain a lot more in a good way. You're supposed to do 4 to 6 treatments. That's what the guy said, and I only did 2. And I was like, I can't keep. Man, you're supposed to do 2 a week until you're done. And I couldn't keep doing it. That
2 hours is a long time to be.
Really, really long, man. And they put a lot in you, and you're fucking gone. You're just out of it, and it takes a while to be able to stand up after it. And it was a very interesting experience. I don't regret it. Like, it was good fun. And personally, I don't even know what it was I was trying to heal. I think it was a lack of purpose in life.
Yeah.
Like I'd done sort of well. I'd made money. I did OnlyFans. I made a heap of money on there, and I'd been making like viral content for years, and I was like, fuck it, this just doesn't make me happy anymore.
Yeah.
I was over it, and I was like, I don't know what's next. Do I try get into acting? Do I try make my own TV show? What do I do? Do I do boxing? Like, I was running around trying to find what was next, and couldn't find it. And I was like getting really depressed, and I was just in this state. I was like, fuck, I've got money, houses, I've got good family, good friends, I've got a hot girlfriend. Everything's good. Like, but I'm just not happy because I have no purpose. I have no goals. I don't know what I want to do anymore. I was just desperate. I was just looking. That's why I was doing shrooms. That's why I tried that. I was trying to just, it's not like resorting to drug addiction and abusing it with like cocaine and marijuana and MDMA.
Just trying to open up your brain a bit.
Yeah, because I do think psychedelics were originally invented to help people, man. And I think they just got a bad name because people abused them back earlier on. And it was the 70s or 80s or whatever. But
have you done ayahuasca?
No, not yet.
I did that one.
What?
That was crazy.
You did ayahuasca?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh my God. Did you throw up?
Nah. I think that was the thing is like when you talk about finding your purpose, because that is exactly why I did it.
Yeah.
I did it in Costa Rica.
Oh shit. I've heard that's the place to do it.
Oh, bro, it was sick. So this company that we went through was you have to apply, and it's all like business. It's people that have like serious businesses and like have a bit of status. So there was like one guy there that was like he had an exit of one of his companies for $3 billion. Another guy has like an airport, and like this. There was just very interesting people there. So you're already on like a different wavelength by just being connected to these people. And it was for a week long, but each day we're doing different activities to build your character. Like if you took away the actual ceremony of taking ayahuasca and just did those character building ceremonies, that was worth it in itself.
Okay.
But the whole experience, bro, was like really, really nuts. Like the first night, I on my podcast, I went like full into detail. But the first night we did it because we did it 3 times. First night, I just cried for hours.
I've watched some documentaries on it, bro, because I was very, very tempted to try that as well.
Yeah.
I probably will at some stage in my life. I probably still will, because I heard there's quite a big process. Like you said, you're in a retreat kind of thing. And
Yeah, it was like no sex, no like red meat, all this
I've
stuff.
heard all this. Did you have to fast at all?
Yeah. There was they had like a detailed like what happens and like how to go through it. But yeah, it was honestly the most eye-opening thing that everyone's like, oh my God, you're gonna vomit and like shit yourself. But like when you hear people vomiting and going through their stuff because of the whole process, I was like, oh, that's actually really beautiful because they're
purging the fucked up
they're
shit.
getting rid of their
100%.
shit. So you like, I was kind of just like crying for them. I was like, this is sick. Like,
Dude.
like just watching people vomit. I'm like, yeah.
That's amazing. How old were you when you did it?
It was this year.
Oh, was this
New
year?
Year's this year. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. There you go. In Costa Rica.
Yeah, bro. It was
Wow.
awesome. Yeah.
Would you recommend it to anyone trying to find a bit of help or those things in their
I
lives?
think that if it's right for you, it will come
Yeah.
to you. So like for me, like it was just random and then just it all just happened at once. It was way too easy for it to happen.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, it's my time to do it. The guy I live with, he did it when he was like 16 because he was going through some changes in his body and people bullying him. And then his whole family did it and they're worth hundreds of millions of dollars now. Like
Jesus.
it's just, I don't know. Just everyone has different shit to deal with. Like I had some past trauma shit that I had to deal with and that I got through that. And I was like so happy and grateful. Like some people have been like molested when they were kids and they lived through that and got over that hump, that mental barrier. And you could see like it was literally like a night and day difference between people that come in from the first day to the end day, because like the first day they're like sheltered, like frozen humans and like have all this like deep down luggage. And then the end they're just like fucking glowing, skipping, like singing. It was really fucking interesting seeing like how this whole process can just really just like 1 week could change everyone's trajectory.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's like, I think if people are open to trying these things and they know what to expect, I think the things that go wrong is when people are like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to expect. And it's like, no, you should be prepared. Like, be ready to see some shit. Be ready to have a reality check. It could be an ego death because that's what happens on a lot of psychedelics. Like when I first did shrooms, I definitely had like an ego death. Like I remember the first hour, it just felt like I was like up in the sky looking down on my life and I could just see everything that was wrong with it.
It's awesome. Everything
that was right with it. And I was like, I could figure it out in my head. I was like, this is what needs fixing. This is what I want to do. And then after I was like, whoa. And I even felt like I lost a bit of like the aggressiveness that I've carried through my life, you know? And I was like, I just wanted to like be more loving and kind and understanding of people. Changes your perspective so much. I feel like if so many people in this world that had like anger issues and these things tried some of these stuff, they'd be very happy.
I think on that though is for people who haven't done psychedelics, I think that you should look at it as like a bottle of vodka. Yep. You're never going to drink the whole bottle of vodka in one go because you know it's going to get you fucked up and you're going to vomit. You're going to have a shit time. But if you have a shot, or you're going to feel like a little bit buzzed. So I think like psychedelics should look at it like that. Like I'm not going to do the whole amount. I'm going to do a microdose and then you're going to feel.
Yeah, well, I microdosed shrooms quite a lot last year and I loved microdosing shrooms. And I know in America now they're trialing microdosing of shrooms over antidepressants, which I think is great because it's not chemically made. Like I've been on antidepressants many times and it works temporarily while you're on it, but it comes with a lot of side effects and it can do a lot of like long-term damages, whether it's your sex life or it can make things worse too. And then when you stop them, you can be worse and you need them again. Whereas shrooms they're not artificially made. They're literally being grown in a paddock and shit pretty much. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like that they were designed to help people. And I think if, like you said, if you do it in moderation and do your research and be prepared for it, it can be life-changing stuff.
Yeah.
That's amazing you did ayahuasca. I definitely, what are we doing tonight? We doing ayahuasca?
Yeah. Do some butt chugs and fucking ayahuasca.
Dude, that's crazy, especially Costa Rica. I really want to get out there and try it. Thanks for sharing that story.
Nah, bro, I appreciate it. I love talking about it.
That's beautiful. It's cool you like to talk about it too, because a lot of people would hide that stuff and be like, oh, not this, but...
Yeah, I didn't give a fuck, bro. Like, I have an opportunity to like, I didn't know about it, and then people started telling me about it. I was like, this is really interesting. You Google it, and then you think more about, I don't know, you start to look inside yourself, and then it changes everything.
Did you ever watch, it's on Netflix, I believe it's called The Last Shaman?
Mm-mm.
So that's a documentary on Netflix, and that's purely about ayahuasca. It's about a guy years ago, and he tried everything, antidepressants, he tried diets, he saw all specialists, he was extremely depressed, suicidal.
Wow.
And he was ready to take his own life, he had nothing worth living for, as he said, and I'm not sure if it was Costa Rica, I can't remember, but it might have been. he flew out to do an ayahuasca retreat, fixed his life up.
Wow.
Like that's when I first saw it quite a while ago. And I was like, whoa, this is something I would love to try at some stage. I'm not going to rush it. Like you said, it'll come to you when you're ready to do it.
Yeah.
And at the moment things are good and I'm pretty good. So maybe in the future, even just something to try, you know, but
yeah, bro. But also the thing is that people get worried about is they think it's like, I remember when I was about to do it and they're like, oh, like, am I going to be like, I was asking them, I was like, am I going to be like floating around? Or am I going to be like laying around, like flailing around like a fucking baby? And they're like, oh, no. Like when you do it, if you close your eyes is when you start to see shit. But if you open your eyes, like I could have a normal conversation like this, but just feel like a little bit body high.
Well, that's what I like about shrooms a lot of the time. You're still there. You wouldn't want to go driving and, bro, you know a funny fucked up story? When I was training at Dan's around the same time as you, bro. So this is when I was first living in LA with Maddie. We were doing OnlyFans, going nuts on there. And I was just like, I was dealing with a lot of shit, a lot of people like saying certain things. And I didn't really care. I knew that was going to happen when I started OnlyFans. But every morning I'd wake up and make a smoothie before I'd go to the gym and I'd train at Dan's house. And I'd just wake up, big fucking bag of shrooms. I'd just sprinkle a couple in my morning smoothie, just for a micro dose, but I wouldn't weigh them. I wouldn't know the dose. I was just like, as long as it's not heaps, I shouldn't trip. Yeah. One morning I put a few in and I must have just not looked properly and there was too many. And you know, it takes a little while to set in. And 20, 30 minutes driving to the gym, started training and warmed up and I'm like, whoa, like it's not just like more vibrant. I'm actually like, things are a bit wavy. I'm like, do I drive home before it gets worse or do I just stay here and ride this out? I'm like, nah, I might drive home. I get in the car, started driving, and then it got worse. I was on the wrong side of the road thinking I was in Australia. It was a crazy day, bro. I just got home. I was like, thank fuck I'm alive. Thank God I got home. Thank God no one else was injured. Yeah. Not one of my smartest ideas, but hey. We live to tell the tale.
Yeah, that's awesome, bro.
Speaking about OnlyFans and stuff like that, you do OnlyFans, yeah?
Yes.
What is it like for a guy like to do? Because I did it with a partner, I wasn't going to do it before then. You know, I just was like, I met Maddie, she was already in. I was like, let's just run it. Let's just have a fucking crack, make some money. What's it like doing it? Like, do you enjoy it? And
yeah, I think OnlyFans has been sick. Like I really enjoy. Because what I do is when I post a photo or on my Snapchat or whatever, I'm trying to reply to as many people as possible.
Yep.
And it's fucking draining. And then people get upset if you don't reply to them. And it gets to a point where like, I don't know, it just gets really hard to manage. So I found that OnlyFans was like a really interesting way to be connected with people that actually want to connect and like learn more about your audience. I think it's probably a little bit different because like, how crazy you guys were going pretty fucking crazy.
Hey, we went nuts, yeah. Like I started it with her and the original plan was some viral comedy skits, a bit of nudity. We were never, ever, ever going to make a sex tape. That was never in the plan to make a sex tape. We did it and we got about 45,000, 44,000 subs, instantly paying $10 a month. And I was like,
wow.
I'm looking through the DMs and it's like you said, it's nice to be more connected to people, but I just wanted to do the riskier content because all my shit was just constantly getting flagged and I was having problems. I was like, I want to make stuff that I enjoy making. I've got a dark sense of humor. I like nudity. I like that shit. And we didn't. Going through the messages, I could just see thousands of people like, sex tape, ? Sex tape. I would pay hundreds of dollars to see you just fuck once. All this. I was like, wow, Maddie, we're doing a sex tape. Like she did one before me with an old partner, but then they took it down. She didn't want to do it. And so she'd never really done it properly with a guy. And I was like, fuck it, let's do it. Let's just run it and have fun. And if we're going to do it, let's go hard. Let's go hard, make it worth it because it could in the future ruin things or it might not. Who knows? Let's just have fun with it. Don't think too much. And then we just went nuts, started making shitloads of sex tapes. And,
nice.
And then, you know, we went hard for about 6 months and then we're a bit burnt out and I was getting a little bit over it and we were having thoughts like, do we want to do this? Do we not want to do it? So we just took a bit of a break and I really haven't done it much since then. And doing it for 6 to 12 months was more than enough. I made enough money to buy a house, help my family out and put myself in a good position. So it's game changer OnlyFans. Like it's helping people make so much money.
Yeah, no, it's honestly, I think it's an undervalued social media platform for
Definitely.
sure. Like you can really make and grow like a very tuned in audience that are really like fucking dialed into your, like to help you and whatever else. I think honestly, I did a sex tape as well. So much fun.
Oh shit.
But it was like, it was with another influencer, but
did you ever share it anywhere?
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
I didn't know this. This is news to me.
No, because my team gets it taken down everywhere. But it's like we're in the shower, the phone's in the corner. It wasn't like high production or anything like that. It was just
that's
like,
the best way to do it. That's what I did. I didn't like set it up and have someone come and film me and dress up as a fucking doctor and shit. Like I would film it all. From my thing, I'm just like pumping like a little fucking jackrabbit. I like it. It's like more raw. It's your point of view. It's just like fuck it. You know?
Yeah, I really wanted to do one like Jay Alvarez because he had it like perfectly done.
Wasn't that a nice little sex tape?
That was beautiful.
I'm not into dudes like that, but that made me think.
Yeah.
Jay, if you're watching that video, made me think.
Yeah. I think everyone
the coconut oil.
that. Yeah.
That was a good video, that one.
Yeah. Shout out to Sveta.
Who's that? The chick that you did it with?
Yeah.
Didn't she leak it? Oh, no, she didn't. He get hacked.
He did.
Oh, he leaked it.
Apparently. It's all rumors. Yeah. I was seeing her for a little bit. And I know she was actually very hurt by it because
dude, 100%.
She brought it up. She was really, really upset because she just said that there was people trying to extort her for money, blah blah blah. They had all this stuff, and then it eventually come out.
Some shit people in the world, man. But that's another reason why I did anything. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna make a heap of money out of this. No one can ever threaten to use anything against me. My nudes are out there. I'm fucking now. It's on the internet. Like it's easy to get the leaks taken down, but that's probably gonna happen for a while until I'm out of this game. You know.
Well, that was the thing. I was like, someone's gonna leak my nudes.
Yeah. 100%.
At some point, I may as well do it first.
Definitely, bro.
And make money.
Make money out of it because why not? It's like. I don't know. I really like that. That's what I did. I was like, fuck it. If people are going to threaten, because I used to run around naked on the internet doing crazy shit anyway. And you know, that stuff would get leaked and other things on my Snapchat. I used to have all my mates running around naked on my Snapchat. I was like, this shit's going to happen to me one day. Someone's going to leak something or use it against me. Or I'm like, fuck it. If I'm not going to have to pay someone for them to threaten me and not post it. I'm just going to post it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the best way to be. It's a fuck it mentality.
100%. And I think as long as you think it through a little bit, then whatever. It's a whole new world we live in now. And it's so much easier to make money. When you really let go of like what other people are thinking of you, it's not illegal. You're not harming anyone. Everyone wins. People want to see you naked and have sex. They're getting what they want for paying for it. Same as a Netflix subscription or going to the cinemas or fucking whatever.
Exactly.
Like someone's paying you for a service they want to see. You're delivering it. You're making money. Everyone's happy. The only people that have a problem with it are just a bit jealous or think it's morally wrong. And it's like, move on.
Yeah.
Speaking of OnlyFans, it brings me to a question that Ryan told me specifically. Ryan from Pillow Talk, big shout out to you. I love you so much. Probably my fourth favorite man alive. I'm not going to say the other three. He wanted me to ask you about the Karma episode that you co-hosted with him. He said that was a pretty wild episode.
Oh, bro, fuck that, man. That was crazy. Did he just text you that now?
No, he told me the other day. I told him that you were going to come on, and I actually intentionally didn't watch the episode yet. I wanted to hear it. I wanted my reactions. I didn't want to hear it and know what you were going to tell me. I was like, I'm just going to ask him about it and let you tell me a little brief. Bro, whatever you're comfortable to talk about.
I have never. Oh, Georgia was there. She was in the crowd. But
He's dating at this point?
Yeah. This wasn't too long ago. She's in the crowd. They're like, "Oh, can you come co-host?" And I have never, in my entire life, like been so lost for words at someone's like stories. Like, and hats off to her for being able to, number one, go through what she went through, and also be happy telling the tales. Like she was talking about. Like shitting in bags and like getting a boyfriend to shit in a bag, freeze it, and like send it out to her OnlyFans people, like getting 2K of shit, like doing like going on like to random hotel rooms in like Vegas, and there's like a super famous guy there like covered up and like wanting to be shat on and like jerking, like bro, the shit that she was saying, I was like, I couldn't even imagine. I could not even imagine that. So I don't know how you went through it. Like she just has. And she was sitting there and she had cum leaking out of her. She's like, oh yeah, guy just fucked me. And I'm like,
on that day?
Yeah, she put her leg up.
So she loves it.
She put her leg up and she's like, oh yeah. And then talking about her fucking husband. And she's like, oh yeah, my husband's in the army, blah, blah, blah. And I was like completely honest. Like, why does he put up with all this stuff? Like, is he a cuck? Like, what's going on? And then she's like, oh no, he's really not into that. I was like, okay, so he's stealing money. Like he's taking money from you. Like there's no other reason why this guy would put.
Why would you allow that?
Bro, I was like, what? He's serving his fucking country and you're over here like just getting on a mission.
I saw a thing and Ryan showed me, it was Joe Rogan and Andrew Schultz talking about, I think this might have been something to do. Was this the same girl?
They're talking about that episode.
She like went off and got fucked by somebody, like her ex. Maybe.
Yes. She said, what she said was she was in bed with her fucking boyfriend, fell asleep, whatever. She wanted to go fuck her ex. She went to like a gas station or some shit. He fucked her, come back, and her boyfriend started like eating his cum out of her pussy. And she had no idea, and he had no idea.
That is fucking beautiful. That is a wife right there.
Yeah.
Where if you're watching this, she probably won't, but someone send it to her. You are wife material.
Yeah. I was gonna say it could be like. It could, yeah.
That is fucked.
It's crazy. That was the thing when she started talking. I was like, "There's no." And then she got her titties out and started spraying everyone her breast milk.
Huh?
She's like, "Yeah, I'm
pregnant."
No, she's like, "Oh, I have breast milk." And then they started spraying them. And then she's like, "Oh, do you want me to do you?" And I look at Georgia, And I'm like, you know what? I'm just have to politely, most respectfully decline on that offer.
Fuck, that would have tasted all right, I reckon.
Apparently it tastes like shit.
Oh, really?
Ryan was having a field day. Yeah.
However, there is benefits to breast milk. There's a lot of like human growth hormone naturally occurring in, I believe so. I think. This is what I've heard. Bodybuilders used to drink breast milk. How fucking strange is that? But it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm going to show you.
It makes you think, I wonder how many other girls are coming home to their partners with just a fucking pussy full of cum and just sitting on their boyfriend's faces.
Yeah, that's
another man's children inside them.
A pussy full of cum.
A big old fat pussy full of big old fat load of cum.
Oh, where is this? Bro, no, it was honestly like one of the most, it really took me back. Hold on, is this it? Bro,
dude, that is a wild story. What a woman to admit that.
Bro, and just so happy.
I saw Andrew Schultz. He was saying like it's cap. He was like, no, that's cap. There's no fucking way. He's like, no, that's not fucking true. Like,
bro,
I don't know. Like,
hold on, let me see. If
hearing the other stories, I would believe that.
Bro, and the thing is, like, I'm not even saying the half of it, but she just had an endless amount of. Where is
she a porn star or is she just a chick that loves to get fucked?
I think she's a bit of both. No, she definitely does porn, and then I don't know. Yeah, where the fuck is it? I can't find it. But yeah, she was getting like really nice to me after it, and I was like, look, like I'm just
in front of Georgia.
Yeah, I was like, I'm so sorry.
Well, that's the thing as well, and like God bless Georgia, she's such a beautiful soul. But that's another thing I think with Australian girls and American girls and stuff. I think like. In America, it's so normal for girls because there is so many porn stars and so many girls in the sex industry and these things. It's like they'll just flirt with the dude in front of their girlfriend, and it's like supposed to be innocent.
Bro, Americans are so straightforward.
Very.
Yeah, like dudes will like catcall and like yell at girls on the street and like Definitely. At the club, like "What up, shorty?" And like one of my friends said, I'm like, "Yo, I shit myself," and I would try and find their Instagram, and if I can't find their Instagram, I'm like, "Oh, my bad."
I don't know if it's like a lack of IQ or if it's confidence or if it's just that's just the way that they are.
I wish I had some of that where I could just walk up to a chick and be
I've got no issues with walking up to a girl.
Really?
Like, definitely. No, I've never had.
You also do some crazy shit in public. So like
No, I've always had a lot of confidence with women, and it's like I always just use my own flaws against myself. Small dick, insecure, can't fuck, will come in 10 seconds, and that's about it.
Yeah, me and you both.
I just tell them all straight up, don't expect more from me other than this.
Because you got to leave the
I can make you laugh, and like I could probably get in shape, and I might look good for you, but that's about it. The sex game, probably not that great. But in saying that, like I said, girls have come back. Also, whilst we're here, we do have a plate full of lip balms there. I've taken them out of the tube.
Hold on, why?
Hey?
I was wondering what that was.
It's lip balm.
Why is it? What is that there for?
So Nivea, we've got quite a few different brands.
Why is that there?
Well, it's funny you should ask. We checked in and there was just a whole bunch of like lip creams.
Is that...
Oh. You sure it's not candy?
What is...
It's not that bad. There's different flavors.
What is this?
I don't know what the red one's going to taste like. It's a texture that I don't like.
What is that?
I don't like it.
No, I don't. That isn't candy.
Anyways, it's lip balm. Will
you put that in there?
Yeah.
Why did you put that in there?
I don't know. I was in Woolworths and I was buying myself some coconut water and I was like, you know what Harry would like? A plate full of lip balm. So I bought a plate full of lip balm for Harry.
I thought that was candy.
No.
Okay.
Could be. All right, we've got a few fan questions that I wanted to spit out. Just moving on to the next subject. After the succulent treat I just spoiled you with.
Yeah, fuck.
We had a few fan questions, just some quick fire questions that I wanted to ask off the bat.
Yep.
Some are spicy, some are just chill, and some are just interesting. Do you rather live in America or Australia?
America.
Why is that? Opportunity-wise? Just
for now, I want to live there till I figure my shit out, and then like to get more cemented in this industry. And then I think my end goal is to move back to Australia.
Move back here when everything's established. You're very, very financially sad, and you've done what I respect that. That's what I kind of used to sort of want to do. But now with the podcast, I'll probably stay here. I might move back out there for a while.
You got a good setup in Gold Coast.
Well, that's it, man. I've got my house. I've got my friends. I've got everything I need. And I've got a lot of the hard part out of the way. People like us, it's I think one of the hardest parts in social media or doing these things is like getting to know people where I know so many people now. So I can just go to America if I want to and book out 10, 20 podcasts, get in, work. I don't have to like live there.
Yeah.
But if I want to, I can go and live
You're
there.
already cemented.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's And that's the thing for you, man. Like you're killing it out there with all the stuff you're doing. So there's no reason why like backstep and come back here and live here. It's like you'll run out of things to do here in a week. So it's probably a good thing you just come in here for a short trip, get a bunch of shit done, and then go back there and keep killing it. On to the next one. Which country do you think has the better girls?
Fuck. I think, bro, because there's been so many Australian TikTokers on my For You page, I think personality-wise, Australia, because like the girls are more outgoing, they're always at the beach. Like
I feel like they're less stuck up.
More appreciative. Like George is so appreciative of like anything I do. Like very.
Oh, dude, she's always good vibes. I've only met her last year at my Halloween party, and since knowing her, it's like she's just always full of good vibes, energy, and irradiates. It's good.
Yeah, and like in America, if you don't pick a girl up in a Rolls Royce, they're like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
You pick them up in like a fucking Lambo. Ugh, what's this?
Yeah, literally, it's not a Ferrari. Like, bro, it's crazy.
Yeah, no, that's what they're used to out there, bro. A lot of the girls out there, they get used to that. They're brought up around that. They grow up with money, or they find someone with money. And there is a lot of great girls in America and Los Angeles, and this is just a handful of people we're talking about. But anyways, I definitely think I agree on that one. Is it true you were made in a test tube?
Yes.
You were made in a test tube?
Yep.
Could you care to elaborate for me?
So my dad had 4 daughters with someone that wasn't my mum.
Yep.
And then he met my mum and he's like, oh, fuck, I need to fill her to the brim.
Respect.
Yeah. But at that point, he had a vasectomy, right? So he had all this shit was like fucking chopped up spaghetti.
Schnipped.
Yeah. So he met my mum though. He's like, fuck, we got to fill her up. And then anyway, they had enough magic mustard. I think they ended up doing like 6 surgeries trying to get his balls back to life. At that time, like they fully just fucking sliced everything up. So it was no good. They had enough magic mustard for my brother. He was an IVF baby. They still put my mum's egg, his sauce in a thing and did it. Got it done. But for me to come around, they had like, sir, you're shooting blanks. There's nothing going on here. So they pinned him down and they put a syringe in his balls and pulled out whatever they could.
Whoa.
And they had enough. There was like a few like dead sperm. And my sister, who just had the kid, Rose, she was like, oh yeah, this sperm. And they put it in. It was like a miracle that it happened.
Wow. So you were made in a test tube?
Yeah, full blown.
I really like that. That's very interesting.
There was a bunch of like news articles and stuff when we come out because everyone like didn't think everyone thought I was going to come.
You're just taking the piss kind of thing, but then they see that and you're like, oh, whoa.
Yeah, they thought I was going to come out with like a fucking wobbly eye or something, you know? Like tripping on myself.
Maybe more people should be doing what you did because you came out pretty genetically gifted.
Apparently, Austin McBroom just did that where he had...
some of his cum frozen?
No. He IVF baby, but made sure it was a boy and like genetically
You can choose the gender now.
Apparently. You can choose everything about it.
Suddenly I want kids.
Yeah.
I've never really cared too much about having kids, but now I know this.
Yeah. Make sure it's smart, handsome, and healthy.
I just don't want red hair. And if it is red hair, I need to change that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, quick.
Unless you're a spicy, fiery, sexy redhead woman.
Redheads.
There is some baddies out there with red hair. There's some. When I met Maddie, she had red hair and I liked it. Actually, no, she didn't. She had it just before I met her. There is a lot of natural redhead girls out there.
So, yeah.
That are very sexy, but sorry, dudes. Sorry to the boys.
Yeah.
Don't have fucking red hair.
Yeah, just don't.
And I'm not being nasty. Well, I mean, anyways. On to the next question. Do you think guys and girls can strictly be friends?
No. Well, it depends. Like...
You said you were friends with Tanner, so I guess...
Yeah. But when... Yeah. Yeah. I was just thinking like...
I think I know where your head's at. It's very hard.
It's hard because I'm sure at one point we wanted to fuck each other.
Yep.
And then now it's like too far gone. But I feel like, you know, people can be friends online.
I'm like that with a couple of girls. Like, I'm like, nah, it's just too long. We're too close. It's like me and my sister. We've been sister and brother for 28 or 25 years. I'm not going to fuck her. You know what I mean? Like, I know what you mean. I know where your head's at.
Yeah, I'm thinking about my sisters as well. I probably wouldn't want to do that.
I don't think I would either.
Yeah, not with my brother.
I think like second cousin. No, I'm not going to go down that route. Another one. I just don't want to. I don't want to go down there.
This is quite hot though, no?
No, she's alright. She got a nice face. She's
how's
working
her
on
ass?
it.
Yeah,
big old bonder, mate. She's all yours. $5 a week.
Oh wow.
Oh no. This question.
Yeah.
Is a pretty spicy question, and don't feel like you have to answer. You can pass any of these because I am chill like that.
No, we're good.
Do you know roughly the number of people you have slept with?
205, I think.
That's actually not that bad.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's a respectful number.
I think it's 205 or 200. I haven't checked, but it's in my notes.
I honestly would probably say I'm around the same, and I feel like I'm pretty innocent.
Yeah, very. I was pretty much a virgin cock.
Yeah, well, there you go. All that 205 are in the last year.
Yeah.
No, that's the next one. So let's just say this is a hypothetically speaking.
Yeah.
You go out for a night out and, drinks are flowing. You meet a girl. She's beautiful. 10 out of 10, great smile. She's funny. She makes you laugh. She's a lawyer. She's beautiful. She has a great job. You meet her family. You start dating this girl. 6 months goes by. Her family loves you. Everything about her is perfect. And after 6 months, you find out she has Down syndrome. Would you continue dating her? There's no right or wrong answer. Just know that. I will not judge, and neither will the audience.
What?
It's a hidden, form, kind of, because obviously, 6 months has gone by and you still haven't and you haven't figured that out. So it's like, I would probably just keep going. I just don't know if I'd want to breed.
Can you repeat the question?
All right. Long story short, you've met a beautiful girl.
Yep.
10 out of 10 looking, 10 out of 10 personality. She's great. her numbers are under 10. She's got a lawyer job. She's making $300-400 grand a year. She's independent.
Wow.
Doesn't ask you for shit. Just wants to make your life better. She can cook a good meal. She gets along with the boys. Everything about her is great. 6 months later, she sits you down. She's like, babe, I need to be honest. If we're going to be doing this long term, I need to tell you I do have Down syndrome.
Is it so was she born with Down syndrome or developed?
No, she's born with it.
Oh.
Why is that? That changes it?
Well, I was just, okay. Because it was developing over time.
Because then it could get worse.
Yeah, I think I'd probably have to stick it out. See, the first time you said that, I thought you said she had a Down syndrome brother or something. But either or, I would stay with her.
Yeah. I've had a blowjob of a disabled girl. With consent and age. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, to be honest.
What type of disability? What was it?
Anyway.
So
it was beautiful. It was actually great. But in saying that, everyone always asks, if you got a chick, she's like, oh, if I had a car crash and I couldn't walk again, would you stay with me? And I'm like, yeah, of course I would. But anyway, but I would.
So what was the...
I think resorting back to the question...
No, I mean, what was the blowjob like? How did that come about with the girl on the bike?
It was a fan. Mm-hmm. And it just happened. It's a very interesting story, but it's a story. It could be...
Did you go down on her?
No. I was a bit selfish.
Yeah. I
wasn't prepared. I feel like
very nice.
If we're in the shower or something and we could both scrub up and be nice and fresh, I'd probably do a lot more than just a blowjob. Because fuck it. Everyone needs love.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd go to the I probably wouldn't date. And it's nothing to do with touchy subject.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. It's I don't know. Interesting. Very
interesting. Everyone needs loving, so I respect that.
For sure.
I would definitely, for sure.
So you'd hang around?
Yeah.
Because the only risk that carries with that, you already know she's cool. The only risk that carries with that is if you have a kid that it might come out with a disability.
Yeah.
But if it comes out looking like her and she's hot and she's cool, then fuck it.
She's a lawyer.
Yeah, fuck it. It is what it is. She's smart. She's hot. Sometimes disabilities don't even affect people, and sometimes they do. And if you're one of those people out there, I feel for you, and I hope you're well. All the best. You're beautiful. Anyways, moving on to the next question before I upset you. What's the craziest place you've had? What's the craziest place you've had sex?
Cemetery. And a sewage drain.
In a sewage drain? In a sewage drain at the cemetery?
No, different occasions.
Oh, wow.
And then a church.
I've done a church. I haven't done a cemetery. A cemetery is good.
It's a bit of fun. Yeah, because it's just what are you guys laying around for? You need a show.
100%. They do need something.
Yeah.
And they'll be listening. I don't know if they could watch or not, but they'll be listening.
Yeah. No, it's just a little bit weird, bent over a tombstone, trying to see who it is.
I'm going to add that to my bucket list. I am now dying to bang a girl in a cemetery.
Yeah, I just don't know if I got good karma points from that, but I think
as long as it's not directly above someone's grave, if you're just chilling, there's a seating area there where people can just sit and chill, and you fuck there,
No, it was pretty serious. It's pretty in the business. It was just my high school where I went, have some more of that. That would take the edge off.
Oh, the pink ones are good.
Yeah.
They got flavor.
Yeah.
As you were.
So where my boarding school was, it was a park cemetery in between. So we would just go in there and in the bushes and on top of people. So yeah,
That is wild.
that was awesome.
That's a wild story.
Yeah, it's pretty deadly.
How many people have you told about that story? A few?
Just a few, yeah. But the church one was pretty bad because it was like lunchtime on a Saturday, and I'd started gaslighting her like when we were in the church, just about how good her pussy was, and that I actually didn't come, and that it was her fault, and I had to leave.
I really like that.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Man, girls can be so harsh on men. They're always complaining about, like, you know, guys are a bit mean towards women. And I'm not a misogynist. I love women. I have a mum and a sister, and they're women. I love women. I respect them. We need them. We need women in the world. They're important to reproduce. They're great people, and they're great to look at and fuck. But anyway, and love and treat well. And to treat well, you're all beautiful. Don't get offended, women. But I think that's pretty much the last of the questions. Thank God. And we're going to finish on the most touchy one of all, the most touchy question. How do you, because you travel around a lot and you're very busy and like you do a lot, how do you maintain like a good physique, staying in shape and training?
Steroids.
There you go. Steroids.
There you go. Thank you so much.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the last question. And then I think pretty much how long have we been going for? Oh my God, it's perfect. We're almost that's just about it. And the only thing really that left that I wanted to ask about is your current relationship with Georgia.
Yeah.
And actually, Lockie suggested a very good question for this. Do you think if you and Georgia went on the same series at the same show at the same year, do you think you would have ended up dating?
No.
Really?
Not a chance.
How come?
Because when I went on the show, I was such a fucking little slut. Like,
Well, I was told that you lost the most amount of money.
I lost the most amount of money, but I also fucked every single one of my season after it. So like,
Fuck, I love that.
If she met, actually there was one or two that I didn't touch, but that was by their choice. No. But
Well, man's got to have fun.
no, but I think because at that point in my life I was such a piece of shit that it would have been the wrong time to meet her.
Yeah, I
and I
respect
think
that.
if I went on her season, it's a wrong environment to actually meet someone that you want to care about.
I didn't watch much. Like, I haven't watched I've watched a couple of the ones that you were on, a couple of the episodes. I haven't watched much of hers. I saw a few things she was sharing because I don't really watch a lot of reality TV these days just because of how busy I am. But I watched a little bit just to learn a bit and see what it was like and stuff. It looked like a fun show, but
You should do it.
man, it would be funny going on there.
You should do some shit.
I think I would be very similar to you. I think I wouldn't be able to keep my little winky in my pants. I would lose all
You
the
should try and
money.
be The Bachelor.
What's The Bachelor?
The Bachelor?
The show?
Yeah, you should try and be him.
Like
Yeah.
here?
Yeah.
In Australia?
Imagine.
That could be funny. We could just host our own series of The Bachelor.
That could be a good YouTube series.
Man, I would like that. All fat chicks. All fat chicks. Because I like fat chicks. So everyone's always like, oh, you didn't have any fat girls or big girls at the party. Like, yeah, I did.
They're all fat.
Yeah, there was a lot there.
Nice.
Even the skinny ones were fat. Like it's just all about perspective. I know. But it's a very interesting, honest answer. He's just looking away. I'm not sure if he's in disgust or if he agrees.
Nah, whatever.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
Say what you have to say.
So how much longer are you in Australia?
Talk your shit. Till 26. So I leave. When is this coming out?
Probably not for another 3-4 weeks from this date. So.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm out of Australia by the time this is
Yeah,
out.
you're out of here by then.
Yeah, I'm actually
I
gone.
can't believe you fucked in a cemetery.
Yeah. No, I've done some crazy shit. Yeah.
So Georgia obviously didn't meet someone off the series she was on.
I didn't actually watch it.
You didn't? Yeah.
I don't know if she even looked at any of them.
Yeah,
Like
right.
I don't even know because I started watching it and I was like, fuck, like same as you. Like I just can't really be fucked.
Yeah.
A show that you would really enjoy is Dating on the Spectrum.
What's that?
Have you seen that one? You guys seen that one?
Dating on the spectrum.
Yeah. So it's people with like disabilities and they're trying to date.
Is the person they're trying to date not disability?
No, they all have.
Would I be allowed to go in there even if I don't have a disability?
I don't think they'd want you anywhere near them after the story.
Well, that's discrimination. Discrimination. We must cancel this show.
No, well, it's actually getting nominated for an Emmy. Emmys,
Oh my
I think.
God. I would
Yeah.
love to go on.
Yeah, no, it's actually
Break my back. Then I can go on. Oh yeah, it already is pretty fucking broken.
No, you have to be on the spectrum. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah,
You can't force your way. What if I get brain damage or something? Could go crack my head somewhere.
yeah, we can talk to the
I have
producers.
fractured my skull twice, so maybe the third time will get me there.
Yeah, we'll get you on one show. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I've always said I think reality TV would suit me because I don't have to worry about thinking of ideas or organizing things or like video ideas and editing and posting. It's like I could just rock up, be myself on camera, take the piss, probably offend people or people will like it. It's the thing with these sorts of personalities, and I feel like you've got a pretty similar personality with like the fuck it mentality. You just say what's on your mind, like not necessarily trying to be loved, but it's like if people like me, that's great. But
yeah, bro, everyone's too worried about being cancelled. And it's just like, I feel like it's gone the other way now. Like the pendulum's gone over. Like everyone before it was just like, okay, ultra sensitive. And now I feel like it's swinging back where people are just like, you know what? I actually don't give a fuck. Like you look at this shit that Theo Von says and these other guys and like Andrew Tate and all these like empowered females as well that talk about whatever the fuck they want, like men are trash, whatever else. Like people don't give a fuck anymore. No. They're just like, you know what? It has to go back the other way. So I'm kind of just like, bro, who cares?
Well, I think it's even the same with like, obviously people like Jake Paul, they're not on the same level of cancelable as comedians or as Tate because they're doing stuff that's just pissing people off. They're not really getting too political and touchy subjects. Whereas Tate, he's been deplatformed. He's not, I wouldn't say he's cancelled because he's still got
people still
a huge presence and people are going to continue posting his stuff. And he has just came out of nowhere and became easily the most famous personality on the internet in the last 6 months. Like the most posted, the most talked about. And they've obviously, like the feminist community has tried to cancel him for things he said, which I don't agree with myself. But there's a lot of things he says that I think are helpful and I do agree with. So it's just crazy, man. And he doesn't give a fuck. Like,
I wonder how big his cock is.
Dude, there's no way he doesn't have a big dick.
Yeah, he's got too much attitude to have.
He's a tall dude. And he's like...
He's bald.
And he's bald. And he was a fighter. You can't be like a bald, tall, muscly fighter with that mentality and attitude.
All bald guys have big cocks.
This is facts. Johnny Sins.
Yeah.
This is facts. 100%.
Yeah, every bald man I've met.
Have you met Tate or have you like spoken to him?
Nah.
Because he's been doing a few podcasts. I saw he went on the Nelt Boys podcast recently. I watched about 10 minutes and I just couldn't keep watching it. It was...
I think at the start of that podcast, there was a lot of fluff. Towards the end, it really, like a lot of shit he said. I was like, oh, that's actually...
Well, it wasn't Tate's side. I just feel... I like those boys a lot, man. Like I don't know all these new faces. Like I like Steve. I know Steve. He's fucking legend. I really do like Steve. I like Jesse a lot. And other than them two, I've never really gotten close with all the other boys that are there now.
Yeah, they talk over their guests a little bit.
It's not just that, bro. I feel like they lack a lot of intellectual ability to actually have a serious conversation about serious topics without being like, oh, yeah, boys, let's drink. Like this is no serious hate towards them because I do like those boys. They're all good. Yeah. They're doing well and good for them. But I feel like Jesse was like the glue for Nelk. I feel like he held them together well.
He's fully out now.
Yeah, he's been out for a while. And his content, he's been doing the shithole stuff. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I think he's trying to make like an actual like barstool type thing.
Well, that's the thing, bro. It's like those boys have made so much bread that they can have the freedom to sit back and go, I'm just going to make what I want to make. I don't care about clout or views or who's being the most famous. They just want to do shit that they enjoy. Same as Steve. He's got his own brand and his channels are starting to almost take over the whole Nelk thing.
He got his shit taken down.
Oh, fuck. He just lost his YouTube, didn't he?
Yeah, he's banned.
God, that is crazy. What for?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's just sad.
I think it's the company he keeps. Is it the gambling he promotes? I don't know. Because Steve does a lot of nice things.
Yeah, apparently he's really, really upset about it. Like
he would be, bro.
He was in bed and like not moving out of his apartment, which is it sucks,
dude.
bro.
Yeah. I really, really like Steve. I remember when I went to Miami for Jake's fight in March 2020. Yeah, I remember I was sitting on the bus with him. We were making some fucking dark jokes. He's like, I love all them fucked up jokes and stuff. And I got along with Steve when I met him, and he's a really nice guy. He's always followed me and shown love. And it's a shame, man, because he is doing good things. He's paying people's fucking houses. He's giving people cars. He's giving all poor kids money and shit. So
there's probably just so much more to it that none of us.
There would be a lot of stuff we don't know about that's going on for sure, man. You don't just tend to lose things because of that. But hopefully he gets it back, and I'm sure those boys would know a contact.
They'd have to, bro. Yeah, one of their friends, Andrew Wiseman. Do you know that guy? Have you met him? Nicest guy. He put up 250K.
I do know him. Yeah, actually, I do follow him. Yeah, he put up a big a reward thing. For
if anyone could get answers. Yeah, he's a sweetheart. I love that guy.
Crazy, man. So what's your future plans over the next? What's the foreseeable future for Harry Jowsey? What's coming up?
Moving into acting, bro. I just booked my first movie role.
Congratulations.
Which is exciting. So yeah, moving into acting, just trying to take things a little bit more serious. I just love the entertainment world. I just love making people laugh. So that's the goal, is just to step away from, posting fucking cringe TikToks and shit and be a little bit like...
It's where I've been for the last few years myself, bro. It's like I got a bit over like just fucking doing the crazy dares and pranks and shit. I'm like, man, I'm getting older. I'm 28 now. It's like things like this, like a podcast, things like acting, like training, getting into doing fighting or business things. It's like that's where my head's at now. And
bro,
it's like,
you have to evolve.
And can't just stay there.
I recently saw someone that someone's page that you used to hang out with, and fuck, bro. I was just like, yo, like, I just want to smack you. You just like watching.
Someone I used to hang out with?
Yeah, watching like someone that used to collab with, and watching their videos. It was the same old shit, and I was just like, bro, like he poured water on someone.
Australian?
Yeah, and then they're like scream laughing like hyenas. I was like, bro, it's not that funny.
Who is it?
That's Shammy.
Yeah, I do. Me and him haven't been friends for years, and I won't go into too much detail and depth about all that because I could probably just send me a cease and desist for mentioning him. We could be talking about anybody here. Like, we could be talking about anyone. But
yeah, ShamWow.
Yeah, exactly right, bro. That's the thing. Is like, I don't want to be stuck making the same shit. It's like you said, pouring water and like fake laughing. And I like all of his friends a lot.
Yeah.
I'm friends with his brothers. I'm friends with a lot of the boys that he works with. They came to my parties last year. Then he told them that they weren't allowed to come to my parties.
Oh, it's just shut up.
Just
bro.
weird stuff, man. And that's exactly such a good reference, bro. It's like I don't want to. If it's making them happy, amazing, good for you. But for me myself, I want more out of life. I don't want to stay doing the shit I was doing when I was 20 years old.
It's how you keep evolving. And like if people can't see your growth, like if they can't track, like okay, at that point he was doing this, at this point he's like gone to this. Like no one, you're hard to follow. It's
100%.
Just like, same person, same ever.
You have to evolve as humans, man. You can't just stay there. And that's why I've been so quiet the last couple of years, because I was like, I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I didn't want to rush it. I didn't want to just keep doing shit that I didn't enjoy doing. Because that's worse. Like, I've got fucking crazy ADHD. For me to get the motivation and energy to do things that I don't want to do is almost impossible.
Yeah.
So it's like, I have to be passionate about what I'm doing. And I love doing these podcasts. And this is what I'll do for the next while. And it's making me happy. So I think you'll kill acting too. I think you do very well. You got all the right fucking tools for you, the right look, and having an Australian accent and stuff like that. Like,
I have to do all my auditions in American accent.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I have a dialect coach like twice a week.
You've been living out there a while. I'm sure it'll just keep.
Yeah, bro, it's really difficult because you have to, every single thing that you know your entire life, like how to talk and how to say words and sentences, you have to like think about it. It's fucking, but it's fun though. It's
dude, it'd be a very challenging process.
Yeah, where I found like that I've been uncomfortable is where I found that I've started growing.
Well, that's exactly right. It's like past like fear is like winning and all these things. Like you have to do things that make you uncomfortable. You can't just keep, so you say, if you just keep making TikToks the rest of your life till you're 40, you're just like, you're just going to be miserable, bro. And it's like, that's what I give a lot of credit to people like Jake Paul, Logan Paul, because started on Vine as like pretty much kids making crazy shit. Then they went to like daily vlogging. Then they went to like fighting, and then like NFTs and crypto and business. And now WWE for Logan. He's just fucking on a whole nother level now.
It's crazy, bro.
Like, and they deserve it.
I texted him some cheesy shit the other day. Bro, I'm so proud of you, brother. And then I was like, bro, he probably gets this from everyone. And he was just like, yeah, thanks, bro.
I messaged the exact same thing about 2 weeks ago. Just I didn't say like he's proud of you, because I'm not like that close with him. But I just messaged him and said, bro, growing up, I was obsessed with WWE. So I messaged him and I said, mate, you're living everyone's childhood dream now. Like, you've grown up. He's not just there as like an extra.
Signed.
Motherfucker's doing flips off turnbuckles through tables.
Right. Because I saw that shit and I was like, at that point, and this is the reason why I text him, because at that point I was kind of just like, oh, I don't know if I want to take this opportunity or do this because I'm worried. And then I saw him do that shit and I was like, yo, this guy just said, fuck it. Like, I'm going to give this 110%. I'm like, you know what? I should take more of that. And it ended up working out for me. And so I was just kind of just like, oh, I want to say thank you to him. And then I realized how cheesy it was. And it was like, every fucking guy's probably.
And he would have loved it, bro. He would have.
He did send a very sweet message back, but I kind of just was like, yeah.
You replied to me too. And he's like, really appreciate it. He's a very grateful, cool, down to earth dude. And I think, you know, they're just very misunderstood, I think, those boys. But I do think Logan, especially now, has got a lot more respect, and people see him for a matured content creator. He's not even a social media guy anymore. He's just a fucking celebrity,
he's just
bro.
Logan. He's
just Logan Paul. He's killing WWE, and he's so young, bro. Like, he's gonna do big things there, and it's fucking awesome to see growing up watching that. Like, they got a huge fan base too. That thing, WWE will most likely make him more famous than anything else he's ever done.
Yeah,
that is huge. They got a big audience. But
you know, have you got the WWE 2K 2022?
The game?
Yeah,
I haven't played it. Oh fuck,
he's in it.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I was fucking scrolling and I was like, what the fuck already?
I think he's just killing. It comes down to a lot of people around him too. He's got a lot of good people around him, like helping him make the right decisions. Since like, there's not many people that could come back from the whole suicide forest thing the way he did.
Yeah.
Like, he came back, he made matured content, he apologized, he owned it, he did well, he's done a lot of good
Biggest
things.
thing is just owning your shit.
100%.
Just owning it, not like putting
accountability.
it on anyone. Yeah.
I think accountability is one thing a lot of people lack, is like, they tend to, like you said, like gaslight it, or they'll shift blame, or they'll, oh, it's your fault this happened, or I'm in a bad way today. Like, you just got to fucking own it. Like, I fucked up, I'll try not to make that same mistake.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, brother, I fucking really appreciate you coming on. It's been long enough. I was only meant to do an hour, but we can talk for days, so
Make sure you leave 5 stars, drop a comment, send it to one of your friends. There you go.
And check out his OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna.
Yeah.
Not for girls.
I checked yours out.
Mine was pretty fucking wild.
Yeah, no, there was a video on Twitter where it was like flip the switch, and then I was like, bro, I gotta
That
sub.
one went viral.
Yeah, I spent a lot of money on you.
Well, well, that's how it started, bro. I was like, if we're doing this, we're doing it proper. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk it all. Like, we made like those videos with our watermark there, and I posted it everywhere. Went viral, every WhatsApp chat, went everywhere. I was like, fucking, it exploded it. So,
it's the way to do it.
Anyways, bro, I appreciate
Sayonara.
you. Thanks so much for coming on. Harry Jowsey, ladies and gentlemen. Goodbye.